Hi everybody, Maria from BeFabBeYou. How are you guys doing? Or let me say, how amazing has your day been? Today is day 11 of the 30-day Facebook Live challenge that I'm challenging myself here. And, the topic I'm going to talk tonight is actually, I'm going to go back to the sugar discussion. Since my whole theme of this 30 days is also to increase awareness of sugar consumption. So, if you know me a little bit, you know that I'm a frequent flyer at Starbucks. When I'm not with clients or whatever, I actually, sit there and I get some work done, and I've met amazing people. Do I eat their food? No, I don't. I carry my food and all that, but I do drink their tea and their coffee, and I also do their lattes with soy milk. Actually, almond milk, I changed it lately. But anyway, I would like to talk about, what I see quite often happening over there. And sometimes I get up and talk to the parents. But I think that there is a huge lack of awareness of how much sugar there are in their foods, regardless of the size, and I see a lot of parents taking their kids and they feed them their chocolate milk, they feed them the little pops kind of thing, or sometimes the loaves and all that. And every time that I've kind of approached, a parent to educate on the sugar, which I do sometimes, I haven't done actually in a couple months, they are unaware. And they also are not aware about, the sugar added, limitations, not limitations, but recommendations. So anyway, I picked a couple things here because I see this happening a lot. It's a combination, so this happens quite a bit. So, and I will post the link so you can see the nutrition content of this. But what we're going to talk about, parents like to do this, the chocolate milk, organic, and oh, that's great, right? Organic milk and all that. They do this, and I see that coupled with either their pops, okay, that you probably seen them. They're tiny little thing, right? I mean, tiny little thing. Or they also do the loaf, I see a lot of the lemon loaf. So let me just bring this to your attention, okay? Let me start with the pop. This tiny little thing over here has 12 grams of sugar, okay? And I want to say that probably my guess, it's about 2, maybe 3 grams of actually from the lactose, because there is milk, in making this. The rest is added sugar. Now, these children that I see are from tiny little ones, okay, to longer, to older. But I mentioned the other day, and you can go back to the videos about added sugar for children. And this is generic, but it's about 16 grams, right? Well, 16 grams is not a lot. It's about 4 teaspoons. And here we're already knocking, several. So I want to say 9 to 10 grams of added sugar in this little tiny guy over here. Plus, it's 23 grams of carbs. So there is a lot of complex carbs over here that really don't add much value at all to the nutrition of the kid. Or anybody, by the way, not only the kid, but I'm kind of passionate to see this on children because I think the parents are just not aware of the amount of sugar. And then there is fat. Now, not to discuss over here all the ingredients, but this is not a good meal, okay? Not even a good snack. This is going to spike the blood sugar tremendously. Now, let's say that you give 2 of these. Okay, that's even a problem. But let's now couple this little guy over here with this amazing, organic milk, chocolate milk. Well, there is 22 grams of sugar. And this is, how many milligrams over here? I don't know. But it's about, my guess, I want to say 6 to 8 grams is actually from lactose on the milk. Everything else is added sugar. So let's 22 minus, let's say 8, okay? So that is what? Is 14. 14 grams of added sugar. And I'm being optimistic here. 14 plus the 10, 24. 24 in one sitting. That kid had, 1.5 times almost off of the recommended added sugar per day. And if it is a woman doing this, then that's it. It's about 24 grams, you know, for a woman. So, folks, this is the nutritional information is at Starbucks website. This is public information. The size of something does not really matter. Take a look. Now, let's do this guy over here, okay? The loaf, right? It's beautiful, tasty, you know, and all that kind of stuff. You want to guess how many grams of sugar is in this guy over here? That one, okay? That is about maybe this size, okay? And is this thick? 42 grams of sugar, okay? So here I'm going to also guess about 6 to 7 grams of natural, you know, from lactose, you know, sugar from lactose. So we're talking about 35 maybe grams of added sugar. 35. That is roughly for a man the amount of added sugar for a man in one little loaf. Now imagine everything else that a person has a day. I'm not criticizing here. I'm just saying that most people are just unaware. And then there is the cereal, and then there is the oatmeal with added this. There is the packaged food that there is, you know, unhealthy fats, unhealthy sugar. It is possible, you know, for us to just, you know, once we're aware, that's my point over here is to bring awareness to you. So you kind of, you know, if you're not looking into this, or if you take your kids, or even if yourself eat foods from Starbucks, you might want to check it out before, you know. And if you don't want to check it out, so be it, right? So you're fully responsible. We're all fully responsible. And not even talking about the drinks then, right? I mean, 2 pumps of this vanilla, whatever it's in there. I mean, we're talking about between 30 to 40 grams of added sugar, pure added sugar, you know? And then there's the caramel stuff. It shouldn't be a surprise, okay, that adults are getting diabetes at a younger age. And kids are getting diabetes, right? Type 2, which used to be like an adult thing, now kids are getting. It's not a surprise that lipid profiles are off. It should be a surprise if these things are a norm, right? That, you know, the cholesterol is off, right? Like I mentioned, the lipid profile. That, you know, cancer is on the high. That dementia is. These are all inflammatory kind of, you know, diseases that sugar is a huge contributor. And I'm not even talking about the other ingredients, right? So please, you know, take this note, you know, not as accusatory for anything, because when we don't know, we don't know. So I'm just here to bring awareness. And if you're next time at Starbucks, maybe take a look. Also, they have nutrition, you know, values for all their drinks too. And maybe we can make a better choice, and even for the kids, okay? And help educate to your fellow, you know, friends as well. So anyway, cheers to control of added sugar in foods. You know, let's try to get sugar from, you know, whole foods, and which is fruits. I mean, a beautiful thing, right? And in the meantime, you have a great night. If you have any questions, let me know. If you want to share any stories, let me know. I have a call now to attend, but later on I'll put the links of this with the pictures on the you know, below in the comment section. And you know, I hope you got something interesting out of this, and you hope you're going to apply as well, and hope you're gonna educate somebody else too, because that's my goal. Educate you so you can help educate others, and we make this place a healthier place. Okay, you can also check my website, BeFabBeYou.com, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye, good night, ciao.